What's going on, guys? About a week ago, we got two screenshot leaks for an alleged Monsters Inc. world in Kingdom Hearts 3. They came from an FTP server, and they look to be from an older build of the game, perhaps probably from the Magic 2017 area, but not quite sure. Now keep in mind that these are not official, but the level of detail in them and the amount of screenshots now, it kind of points towards them being real. But, like I said, since these are not an official announcement, there is always the chance that someone somehow made 13 screenshots of all this with this much detail. I personally believe that it is in fact a real leak, but we won't know that until they either announce it or say something about it. But let's just go on and let's look at these screenshots here. So, this first one doesn't really show much because there's a giant X blocking it. There's really just not really anything to talk about. It's very similar to one from the original leaks with the giant circle. Not really sure what this X is for, or the circle from the last leaks. So, moving on from there. This next one, it doesn't really have much either, as the screen is pretty much completely covered in developer info. However, this does look like a main lobby for the world, similar to how most of the worlds have a main area to each one of them. Now this does look like the same area from one of the first of the two screenshots. It does look like the same area, but I cannot confirm that. Now, the next place that we have a screenshot from is from the Door Factory. And we can see a save point as well as the closest to Sora's face there is in these leaks so far. We haven't actually been able to see his monster face, but this is the closest we can get to it. The next one is from another angle, and as you can see, we see Boo here, and a world map is now showing how large the room actually is. It looks like it's a pretty decently sized area. This is also the clearest picture of Sora's new form. He keeps about half of his general Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit, and then changes into what we see in the screenshots. Now, there's also another screenshot from the Door Factory, and here we see Boo again, and this is actually probably the best quality look at Donald's form. One thing that interests me about this Monsters Inc. world and this Door Factory here is that we do know that Monsters Inc. has a Toy Story Easter egg. We see Andy's door in the movie, so it's kind of interesting to know that Toy Story is officially in Kingdom Hearts 3, and we have a potential Monsters Inc. world. It's just a little bit of a cool little coincidence, and I'm kind of wondering, is that Easter egg going to be in it? Because usually the Easter eggs are still in the game. For example, like Deep Jungle has the teapots and stuff from Beauty and the Beast. So, kind of interested to see what exactly it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be in there or not, but I think it'd be pretty cool if it was. Now the next image here shows Mike really well, but Sully still looks a little sketchy. He needs to be a little bit more refined, but it's understandable why he would look like that. I'm pretty sure no one has forgotten the 0.2 trailers, the way that Terra looked like some type of plastic bubble or something. So, even though these don't look the best, it's not really showing or proving that it's fake just because it looks bad. Also, it seems like Goofy is dead here for some reason, although not really sure why. Now, here we have another area of the world. All four party members are here on the screen here. We can see Mike's foot just right over there in the left corner, and also the map shows we're in some type of little hallway area. Now, I'm not quite sure what this room is, but based on the background it looks like machinery, so I'm going to think that maybe this is where the doors themselves are actually made, although I'm not quite sure. It does seem like that, but I can't really confirm. However, the last four screenshots are all from essentially the same scenario, it would appear. The room is definitely on fire, and there are flame cores, and actually if you look closely, you can see more Flood Unversed running around. Now, the other leaks have also shown that, and the Toy Story trailer as well. A lot of people are thinking, oh, are those Unversed? It seems like there are Unversed in Kingdom Hearts 3, which personally I don't really think is a surprise. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that Vanitas would return in 3 anyway. But it is pretty interesting to see that we are going to be fighting not only Heartless, but Unversed, and also at the exact same time. As far as I know, we've never actually been able to fight the same, or 2 different types of enemies at one time like that. I think that's pretty cool. So another thing to note about some of these screenshots, the newer ones that I'm showing you now, like for example these with the flaming room, as you can see, the focus gauge here says max. However, the other ones, the original ones that were from Magic 2017 era, had just said focus. So it seems like these screenshots are not all from the same build of the game. It seems like these are all scattered across different parts of the production for the world, which I think is a little interesting. The one thing that is still the same, even though it is what appears to be an updated HUD, the temporary logos are still there beside Donald and Goofy's icons, which just means that their icons aren't changed. As we can see, these are still the normal generic Goofy Donald icons, and so they obviously have to be changed to their monster forms later on. So it is interesting to note that the HUD is at a better place than it was in the other screenshots, but it's not quite finished yet. Another thing that I noticed is that Donald is actually casting fire spells while he's fighting flame cores in a burning building. So it's good to see that Donald is in fact still Donald. That's pretty much it for now. I personally think that these are legitimate leaks, that these are real, and Monsters Inc. is a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. But what do you think? Let me know. I'll see you guys next time.